One pill makes you larger, and the other one makes you small.
Horoscope reading for Victor Teresa's. This is a look ahead in love for 2021. Intimacy, emotional and financial support, shared assets / money / resources, self-growth, publishing, sharing of knowledge, voice learning, worldview, vision and outlook until May 13th, 2021, and then July 28th to December 28th, 2021. There is a wonderful, refreshing focus on your private world or intimate life, a possible deepening of a relationship, or an increased understanding of your inner workings. This can be a boost in your relationship with yourself. Your intimate life enlarges and expands, bringing you more joy and new discoveries. During this cycle, you learn to embrace inner change in order to feel more empowered. There may be more opportunities to find support, financial and or emotional, but you should be wary of living on credit and borrowing too heavily from the future. This influence is with you for much of the year, and for the most part until December 2021. It's time to grab opportunities that help you to feel empowered and on top of your life. Conversations are deep and lead to fruitful discoveries. Sexuality is richer. There can be benefits and support coming your way through or from others, whether it's a refund, an easier time getting loans or mortgages, a partner's income increases, or you inherit something valuable. Combining your resources, talents, and or money with those of a partner can improve your financial outlook. You might also benefit from managing others' resources and talents without the teaming up part. These matters can relate to your work, routines, or health pursuits, since Jupiter rules these affairs in your solar chart. There may be a metamorphosis of sorts related to your job. Research, healing, or managing others' resources can figure strongly in your work this year. Or, the work you do can transform your lifestyle in a major way. Potential negatives: taking on too much debt or relying too heavily on others for support. Be wise when, if lending and borrowing. In January, particularly, there can be challenges between pursuing your intimate world and your social life. Otherwise, it's a strong period for opening yourself up to others and for feeling more confident about your emotional depths. This is a period when you can quite successfully purge yourself of some of your inner demons, guilt, and buried psychological problems. While there can be some reality checks at times during this cycle, you have added self-discipline and you're prepared to get things sorted in these areas of life. Interestingly, while these areas of life are set to expand, attracts the very same life departments. This can mean some alternating between the two, but ideally, you'll find a good balance between them. From May the 13th to July the 28th, 2021, and then from December 28th onward, a new theme weaves in and out of your life starting in May, and it's a wonderfully refreshing one. Your belief systems, learning experiences, and hunger for adventure begin to develop, grow, and expand at a rapid pace. You are feeling more courageous and spirited as you sense that there is more out there for you to learn and take in. This transit is a happy one, although it can seem subtle since it runs so smoothly. We may not always notice when things are purring along well. This is a time in your life when you don't sweat the small stuff as much as you normally do. You see the broader perspective on life, and you generally feel supported, so that smaller inconveniences don't stress you out quite as easily. Your positive outlook is notable during this cycle. Learn as much as you can now, in preparation for the next cycle beginning in May 2022 that puts your career on center stage. You'll want to be prepared. Your views on life in a broad sense are changing, growing, and maturing. Connections with faraway cultures, people, or a broader knowledge base can open up opportunities to grow personally. Teaching and sharing knowledge can be in strong focus. It's a good time for publishing, writing, and media. You might consider fine-tuning your talents and skills with higher education or experience during this cycle. New learning experiences as well as life experiences, adventures, new activities, contacts with others of a vastly different culture than yours, and so forth, are likely to emerge. During this period, you might have the opportunity to reach a broader audience. You might choose to learn a new language or take on other interesting studies. You get special support from friends and associations, or you are particularly inspired to grow, improve, explore, discover, and move outside of your comfort zone. This is a good time for feeling both motivated and inspired. People and experiences outside of your norm can affect or inspire you. You're likely to enjoy opportunities to expand your experiences and to impress others. Education can be transformative now, leading to important opportunities. Picking up new interests and expanding your knowledge can deeply impact your work and daily affairs, perhaps even your health. Areas of contraction and lessons in simplicity, intimacy, debts and support, shared assets, personal psychology. Your Cancer 2021 horoscope points to areas of contraction, restriction, and necessary slimming down in order to test for stable foundations. There are always areas of life that require more simplicity. Tests may be part of the picture as you learn that life with only growth and expansion can run away with itself. All year, the areas of your life that require a back-to-basics approach are associated with the sector of your solar chart that rules intimacy, sharing, and shared finances, or money and property that comes from a source other than your own personal income. There may be tests of sorts in these areas of life, as if the universe is checking that the foundations are strong. Things built on weak foundations may very well crack under the pressure of these tests. Those that are strong will endure and strengthen. This influence only just got started last year. While it wove in and out of influence in 2020, you're now experiencing it consistently, since December 17, 2020 forward. Saturn will transit this area of your chart until March 2023. This transit is felt more strongly in 2021. Those most directly affected by this transit are those born from approximately June the 22nd to July the 5th, and those with an ascendant of 1 to 14 degrees Cancer. Tests can come to your financial and intimate worlds during this cycle. You may be dealing with fears of surrendering yourself, emotionally or financially, to others. Support from others may not be as forthcoming as it has been in the past. For example, a partner's income may be reduced, or another form of financial support may be taken away or decreased during this period. This requires you to assume more independence in terms of making a living. Emotionally, there can be a feeling that others are not as supportive. There can be delays or difficulties in general when it comes to getting what you want or need from others. Intimacy may seem to dry up before it gets better. However, it's a strong time for handling financial matters, especially debts and taxes, in a logical and realistic manner. These are unlikely to be drastic changes, but rather more on the lines of slow but sure progress, little by little. While this period can be a tad difficult at times, particularly when Saturn forms a quincunx to your Sun or Ascendant, there are some dazzling spots, making it a rewarding period overall, particularly if you focus more on long-term benefits and less on short-term frustrations. Saturn occupies a sign that it rules, Aquarius, during this period, and performs well here as a result. The last time Saturn moved through Aquarius was from 1991, early 1994. From February to December, Saturn and Uranus clash, pointing to some challenges as your social life is a little more eclectic, or unreliable, and you're getting serious about your inner world or intimate life. However, during this same timeline, you benefit from an influence that helps boost your feelings of responsibility, your career, or sense of direction. As you pay more attention to your duties, you feel more confident in yourself and your profession or direction. As well, there is more joy in simplifying these areas of life. You're productive and committed. You may very well make an important commitment or form a powerful alliance or attachment. You can benefit from some self-discipline in these life departments. It's a powerful time for positive lifestyle changes. You're straightening out key areas of your life. It's a good time for gaining a supporter or some backing. Areas of excitement, innovation, independence, and speed, friendships, social life, L0 and G term plans, happiness goals. Your 2021 Cancer horoscope points to areas of your life that seem to speed up so that you can take some risks, innovate, and revolutionize. All year, a lengthy transit continues in which friendships and group associations can be unpredictable and unusual, but also inspiring and exciting. You are more attracted to people who are free-spirited, individualistic, and possibly even eccentric. Your social life is bound to be very colorful now and in the coming years. Note that this influence lasts until April 2026. You may be bringing new and improved or progressive energy to your relationships. In fact, networking may connect you with experiences that help you grow. Contacts made now can encourage you to become more independent. Still, moral or financial aid might be found through group or friend associations during this cycle. You might go through a significant lifestyle improvement as a result of networking, pursuit of a cause, or group connections. You're adapting very well to situations and people in your life. It's a pleasantly sociable time for the most, even with some unpredictability. You are exploring the ability to detach a little and enjoy non-committed, light, and pressure-free connections with others. This can sometimes contrast or even clash with your intimate life in 2021. You might also feel thrown for a loop from time to time, as you can't seem to rely on your social life as you may have in the past. You can meet people who seem to be sharing the same destiny as you are, or who you connect with in surprising ways, and this can seem sudden or unexpected. Humanitarian pursuits can be attractive, too. Areas of change, purging, and transformation, partnerships, spirituality, work-rest balance, friendships. Your 2021 Cancer horoscope reveals areas of life in which change and transformation take place. It's a time for out with the old, in with the new. Attitudes towards partnerships, close personal relationships, compromise, and significant others continue to transform this year. This is due to Pluto's presence in your opposing sign, a long-term visitor. Aim to arrive at a deeper understanding of your needs from your partnerships, whether these are romantic, platonic, financial, or therapeutic in nature. These connections are complex and sometimes complicated during this cycle, but they also hold the potential for rich learning experiences. Power struggles are possible, and it's best to take an honest look at fears of failure, success, and betrayal that can emerge. Alternatively, this can be a time when someone helps and encourages you to connect with ambitions, goals, and desires you never knew you had, or when a relationship goal has a similar effect. Even jealousy can help reveal your desires now. In 2021, the moon's nodes and eclipse activity continue to pull up important themes regarding work, health, mental health, and rest. It's a time for finding a better balance. The continuing North Node transit encourages connecting with your purpose, spirituality, and balancing attention to physical and emotional health. The North Node in your sector of endings, spirituality, and privacy now points to a real need to connect to your inner world, as well as to help and support others, as these things can bring wonderful benefits and much joy to your life. In November, an eclipse brings on the start of a new theme that will develop and blossom in 2022, in which you're challenged to balance your personal life with your connection with others and the community. There is a strong calling to pay special attention to friends, groups, community, and happiness goals. These areas of life will be the source of much joy and interest as you are challenged to make improvements here. You'll be exploring your need to connect with a cause, group, or community. One of the major keys to happiness is learning to team up with others successfully instead of going it alone or pushing too hard to stand out as unique.
What up, Cancer? This is going to be your personal love reading for 2021. So there's a few things that I feel like we could be looking out for. I don't know if this year is going to really be quite about love exactly for you. I think that we're open to the idea, but I really see you focused more on work and other obligations and priorities rather than love. There's more of this feeling to want to have a personal connection to somebody this year, and a bond. So maybe we're going to be having more of this, friendship rather than actual relationship, I would say. There's a real need to still transform. It's we really aren't quite solidly built when it comes to our relationship foundation. There's been things I feel from the past that, maybe I reflect upon, or I feel maybe there's a loss on, which is usually a typical Cancer thing, to feel somewhat stuck in this reminiscent or memorable reflections of the past. And so there might be some healing that needs to be done here. Actually, I do believe that there's healing that needs to be done here. There's a depression that I kind of see happening. So I'm not sure if we're thinking about somebody from the past, but that's going to be preventing us from the future. And there's nothing really wrong with that. Like I said, I do feel there's a need to just start to build the foundation of what I really want my relationships to stand upon. You know what I mean? So that they last the test of time. I feel that might be very important to you, lasting the test of time. I do feel at the end of the year, it's going to be more towards that we're going to be aligning to somebody, a soulmate, who's going to be more of this motherly, nurturing energy. I feel this person's going to be older than you. I feel we're going to meet this person at work, and that I actually think they're going to be somewhat of your boss or something like that, or they're going to have some sort of authority, I feel over you in a way when it comes to this. And that throughout this next year that we're really going to just be laying down the foundation for a strong, long-lasting relationship. And that, if there's relationships that happen before this, it's just something to take in and to experience and to, basically figure out what it is that you're truly wanting and what you're not wanting from somebody and in partnership. I do feel the need to tell you that, I do really want to say that this person I feel is going to be more established than you, and that there's no need to be insecure about it, because I kind of feel that might happen, and there's maybe a bit of a hurt ego or hurt pride. But it's this person I really feel is coming into your life to help you come up, help you evolve basically too as a as the masculine. And that try not to be insecure or let anything get to you. Try to let things flow naturally, okay, for this next year. That's what I really have to say to you about your love reading, Cancer. But yeah, I really feel things are gonna be going great for you, and that we have a lot to look forward to, especially when it comes to our career, finances. Yeah, don't be afraid to take new chances. Talk to people that maybe you normally wouldn't, or I really kind of do feel yes, you actually may be finding interest in somebody that you previously may not have in the past. So it's be open to new changes and variety, and try to get stuck in your old ways. Basically, this year is about transforming, breaking out of the mold of what what you used to be or what you thought you should be. You know what I mean? Here, it's like this here is a chance for you to evolve romantically. Yes. So that's what I would say to you, Cancer. Thank you so much for booking with me, and I hope you liked this reading. Namaste, motherfuckers. Are you part of the Great Awakening? Let's find out.